his chances of survival were limited to 2 weeks. But now he says he's feeling great. Ryan credits the people around him for helping him make it through the rough times, including the support he received from other heart transplant patients.
By being there, they helped me realize that I could make it without any problem. The professional staff did all they could, but actually seeing somebody who went through it made it a lot of difference to me.
Ryan says he takes the time now to visit other heart transplant patients in hopes of giving them some inspiration. He says he'll visit Madison's most recent patient as soon as he feels better. Terrence Sellner is still in critical condition. On Mike.
And the hall will reopen tomorrow. That's the word tonight from the assistant manager at the hall. The bingo hall was shut down yesterday after a report that dissidents would try to seize control. 1 year ago, McFarland's Jimmy Ryan faced the sterile walls of the operating room as he received a heart transplant. Today, Ryan was able to enjoy the warm sunshine and the company of his good friends. Ryan celebrated the first anniversary of his new heart at his home in McFarland this afternoon. Before the transplant, Ryan suffered from fatal heart disease. His doctors gave him little time to live.
For someone who shouldn't be here, I'm able to walk around and be with my friends who are here today to help celebrate 1 year of the transplant.
That is our report. We hope you join.
Police in the Madison area raised $100,000 to give Jimmy Ryan of McFarland a new heart, money for a transplant operation. Well, today, as News 3's Ken Rice tells us, the Ryans had a celebration that was much more than heartwarming.
It was a celebration of life, 1 year of a new life for Jimmy Ryan. Just 12 months ago, Ryan's old heart was dying. A transplant was the only hope. The happy faces and smiles here today tell the story. Thousands of people donated what money they could to send Jimmy to Minneapolis for the operation.
It's a tremendous feeling. It's neat. It's great. It's something that we actually didn't realize whether it would materialize, whether we'd be able to raise the money. If we did raise the money, where would we find a donor? But it's neat to be here now.
And it's neat for Jimmy Ryan to be here now. If it weren't for the transplant, he might not be.
Last year, I absolutely had no energy, anything. I was to the point where things were very bleak in my life. I realized how I was a very sick person, and immediately after having a transplant, a matter of days, I was feeling as spry as I did when I was a youngster.
Among those attending Jimmy's party today were the family of Sarah Kemps, the 20-year-old girl who died in an accident last year and whose heart is now keeping Jimmy Ryan alive. Sarah's sister says the two families kept in close touch during Ryan's recovery.
That really helped us a lot. You know, something good came out of it, and it helped us. And then when we finally met him, it was just great.
They have become a second family to us. We are very fortunate. They are very caring people.
Jimmy still travels to Minneapolis for periodic checkups, but his doctors say he can do just about anything, including standing behind a hot grill all day and serving up the brats. His wife Shirley says the first year is the most critical. And now, with all the struggles of raising money and the operation behind them, she says life for her family is getting sweeter every day. Ken Rice, News 3.
The youngest heart was the guest speaker, and as Heidi Kemp reports, he's high on life.
17 years of operations, hospitalization, and rehabilitation unites 500 people here today, all representing heart surgery success stories. Success Madison's Methodist Hospital and Jackson Clinic staffers proudly celebrate. The featured speaker, none other than Jimmy Ryan, the man who received a new heart at the University of Minnesota just over 1 year ago. And he told all here his new heart was with the Cubs.
These notes that I'm reading off of, I put together last week while I was watching the Cubs be demolished in San Diego. And so there's going to be quite a lack of humor in here. I'm quite a Cub fan, and that was part of the hardest thing that I've had to go through this year.
While Ryan maintained his upbeat, high-on-life attitude, he couldn't help but get choked up when thanking those responsible for his life.
And without their expertise, I wouldn't be here, and a lot of you wouldn't be here. we are living and breathing proof of their competence.
Following the heart reunion, former patients got a chance to turn the table on surgery, reminisce about past experiences here, and learn about new surgical techniques. But when asked to tell me the most inspiring aspect of today's reunion, few came to any agreement.
Probably Jimmy Ryan's speech.
Kind of brings back memories.
The equipment that they got today.
I think I got choked up when Jimmy Ryan spoke.
I don't think there's a person here today that would argue that. Heidi Kemp, 27 Live Eyewitness News.
Well, Becky.
By helping raise tens of thousands of dollars for Jimmy Ryan, the McFarland man who received a new heart in September of last year. Duchette was honored by her co-workers at AT&T today. Alongside her, Jimmy Ryan, his wife Shirley. In addition to helping raise $150,000 in about 3 months, Duchette cared for the Ryan's children when the couple were in Minneapolis for the surgery. The company spokesperson says Duchette's energy and enthusiasm in providing emotional and physical support for that family is an inspiration. That's the understatement of the year, $150,000 in 3 months.
That's quite a bundle, isn't it?
I can think of a lot of agencies that would like to use
Jimmy Ryan didn't know if he'd be alive today. He was in desperate need of a heart transplant. Well, not only did the McFarland man get his new heart, he's back in the swing of life. Eric Zatkowski reports.
What's up now?
On the surface, 43-year-old Jimmy Ryan looks like the average softball player. But underneath that green and gold jersey is a medical success story. Back in September of 1983, doctors at the University of Minnesota Hospital gave Ryan a new heart. Family and friends raised more than $100,000 to pay for the operation, and they couldn't have found a better investment.
Been able to play 9 holes of golf before I came out here today, and my energy level is really good. I've been able to do almost anything that I could do before. It's amazing. From the time that I woke up, I knew immediately that I was better, and things were going to be a lot better for me. Before surgery, I wasn't able to walk 10 feet without getting tired. Now I'm able to do almost anything.
Ryan wants to be a realtor, and he hopes to get a license very soon. But there will always be a place in his heart for people in similar situations.
One of the things that really helped me in Minnesota was realizing from the people that had the transplant before me that I could make it. And it just helped me immensely, and if I can do that for someone else, I'm more than happy to do it.
In case you were wondering, Ryan went 0 for 4 and his team lost a close game. But he's come back from adversity before, and you can bet he'll soon be back into the swing of things. Eric Zatkowski, 27 Live Eyewitness News tonight.
Good way, Perry.
It's okay, Jimmy. Wait till next week, right?
Old collar, I know it well.
Softball, golf, he's doing very well.
Great heart rate.
That's right. 8 a.m. forecast.
It's going to be